Right now, it is time to bring in Pat Pagano. Take a look at our tri-state forecast. Good morning, Pat.
Good morning, Marshall. Yep, it was a cool one, but it's still very nice for this time of the year. Enjoy it. It will change. Sun, some clouds, 80 today. Tonight, clear, not as cool, mid 50s. Partly cloudy, low 80s Wednesday. Some sun, maybe a shower Thursday. Don't bank on that to fill your rain gauge. In the low 80s. Back to partly sunny, mid 80s on Friday. And the weekend will be hazy and more humid, well into the 80s. Maybe there'll be a thunderstorm, but that is about it.
Yay, so that looks like the class of 71 reunion will go on without any problems.
Yeah, and what is that again? Sunday?
Saturday, Saturday,
Saturday.
Saturday from like 12 to like 4.
Yeah, I don't see a problem.
Well, even if there are thunderstorms, it's not going to be a steady rain or anything like that. So I'd say it's just going to be a typical summer day.
That's it. Yep. So it should be fine all the way around. I don't see any flags to put up at this point and say, watch this, watch that. Tropics are quiet, which is a good thing. And overall, much of the nation, weather-wise, on the quiet side. Now, if we could only make some sense out of vaccinated, unvaccinated. I was thinking about it. Uh, because I still get into a argument with the younger of my two sisters, almost on a nightly scale about vaccinated, unvaccinated. And I understand everybody has their own choice, but think about this, folks. Let's talk about pets. We have problems with flea collars, and some were reporting seizures. Other people say, well, I don't use that. I use, more more humane stuff, with the oils and stuff like that. Then we had pet food, grain free, not grain free. You could go on forever with all the different things out there that you have to choose from. And I say what it comes down to, in my opinion, number one, science. If you do the science and you go by the science, I don't think you could be wrong. After that, then you could worry about numbers. But when they say do the math, okay, that's my opinion. And I don't know what else to say because I think everybody is entitled to their opinion, and a lot of people, even my closest friends, don't want anything to be put into their bodies.
Well, I see. This is where people that really don't like vaccinations, I have no problem with. I think they should. I think they should get it. But if they don't want to get it, don't get it. I know lots of people that don't get the flu vaccination. I do know plenty of people that have not gotten this vaccination. But if that's the case, and then the CDC asks you to wear your mask when you're inside a store, then I think you should do that. And if you don't like masks and don't want to do that, I kind of get a little antsy there. But if you don't want to get the vaccination at this point, I just really don't give a damn anymore. I got the vaccination. I now have restocked some fresh masks in my car, so if I have to go inside, like an Extra Mart or something like that, I will put it on now again, and I'll take it right off when I come back out. So I mean. I've just given up. We're never going to reach the threshold to have herd immunity in this country, and it's going to be like the flu. I mean, sooner or later, you just have to move on. And if people don't want to get the vaccination and they don't want to follow the rules, they're risking their own life at first and lives of their loved ones. So, you know what? If that be the case, I'm going to move on. I'm not going to. I have more things to worry about in life than that.
I agree. I'm just wondering. I mean, I don't have an answer for this, but I'm just wondering if, and again, here's where science comes in. If more people were vaccinated, we did have a herd immunity. Would the Delta variant have a chance?
Probably, yeah. Sure. It's
Yeah.
because it changes so much. People say, "Oh, see, science is screwed up here." No, science adapts to what it learns, and viruses are constantly changing. That's why you have a flu shot every year. So, I don't think I no, I don't think I think the variant will change like anything else. It's something that's an organism that wants to thrive,
Survive, right?
and
Right.
it'll find a way to do that. But here's the good news for the day. The good news for the day. I had my first procedure conclude on Wednesday, the 21st of July. Okay? It is now the 3rd of August, which is about almost not quite 2 weeks down the road. I awoke this morning with my left knee not at all stiff for the first time.
Wow.
Not at all stiff. Now, I do get a little soreness when I walk on it, but very little compared to as before. And I think this is the first sign now, almost 2 weeks in, that something good is happening inside that knee. Because, like I said, even right after, I've always been waking up with a stiff knee, and if I tossed in bed at night, the knee would hurt a little bit. No, that did not happen this morning. So I think that something good is going on inside that knee.
Well, I hope so for your sake.
And we'll go from there. Now, I'm still, if you see me walking with crutches, that's because I've got to learn how to walk again, and I've got another procedure coming up probably in about another 3 or 4 weeks for the other knee. So I want to keep my legs mobile and walking like I should. So and that's why I'm using crutches. But it's so this is the first real good sign, knock on wood, that it looks like the stem cell treatment is taking hold. So that's
Oh, thank
my good
God for
news.
that.
That's why I've came to the point. If people don't want to wear a mask, if people don't want to get their I got vaccinated. I'm going to wear a mask when I go indoors someplace. And you know what? I have too much to worry about. I've got kids to worry about. I've got animals. I got a house. I got friends. I got work. There's far more things on the list than people I don't know about who want to take a risk. So that's why I'm saying let's just move on and see what happens.
Yeah. It's funny. I'm so hesitant about telling people about this because people who don't believe in the vaccine will point to the vaccine. But when I was on vacation, I had about an hour episode of not remembering anything. I could not. The only thing I remembered was my telephone number. I couldn't remember my address. I couldn't remember how I got to Cape Cod. I didn't know where my car was. I didn't know my nephew's name, nothing. So that prompted me to go to the doctor, and the doctor said, I think it is a TGA, transient global amnesia. And I read up on it, and it comes, goes, sometimes never returns.
Yeah.
But to make sure, they're setting me for tests. So the first test comes this Friday, and that is a sonogram for the carotid arteries, which is no big deal.
Yeah.
Then on next Monday, I go for an MRI, followed by an EEG. You know what that is, Marshall?
No.
They put, it's like an EKG.
Oh, for the brain.
Right, but only they put all those things on your head. They feel, the neurologist and the doctor feel that it's nothing but a safeguard because from the test that they've given me so far, things like I'm going to give you 3 words, remember these 3 words, and then 10 minutes later they ask you the 3 words, you remember them, things like that. From all of those tests, everything was fine. And again, you tell people about this and they say, you see, it's the vaccine.
But it's not, because my mother had this happen to her from the time she was like 65 years old on. She had occasional what they call tics. These little mini strokes. They're mini.
Okay.
I mean, they're so small, but they will show up when they take that each, they will show up because they leave a little bit of damage, okay?
Right.
But they're things that people live with all the time. I think that's the worst that they're going to find, Pat. Yeah, I mean, but it's not people, it's not the vaccine. It's not the vaccine. Now, does the vaccine in some people cause problems? Absolutely. There's not a vaccine made in this world that doesn't cause problems. And so that's why anybody who's against vaccinations as a standing rule, I have no problem with. I just don't like the dummies that do it because they claim it's a democratic way to control your body, or it's Bill Gates trying to implant something in your body. Those people, put them on one of those spaceships put on by little rich people and send them out to space for a while.
Yeah, you're right. So, like I said, I mean, I knock on wood, I feel fine. I mean, other than a little bit of a sinus, I don't know if it's an infection or whatever it is. That's all I have right now. So I do feel fine, and we'll see what the tests show.
All right. Well, I'm sure they're going to show that you're fine and you're good for another 100 years of meteorology.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Oh, Pat. Did you ever think 40 years ago that we'd still be sitting here doing stuff like this?
Nope, absolutely not.
Never dawned on us.
No, no way.
Well, anyways, I hope you're here tomorrow, all right?
I should be here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have a good day, Pat.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Pat Pagano this morning in the Weather Center with a check on our tri-state forecast here on Robin Hood Radio.